Alright. So we are here. Hoping, of course, that, as some of you know, my laptop has been having some problems in the sense that I'm using like a secondary charger because I guess my first charger broke. And I don't know if there's like a connection issue with it, but the new charger makes my screen flash sometimes, which not only interrupts my ability to see what's happening, but also messes with the bandwidth of the connection and things like that, right? So it has been a little difficult to play with my laptop recently because whenever it does have charger issues, like my screen is not just like flickering on and off, but like it translates for you guys to a glitchy game, right? Which I, don't care to really have happening consistently because I do want to post good content, right? But I do know like how to fix it as well as I can, as long as we do have to deal with the problem. And what that is basically just charging my laptop to full, like closing the laptop so that the charger, as crappy as it is, can charge the laptop to full, and then while it's at full, the charger works at least well enough while it's plugged in and we're running all the operations to like keep our charge at neutral, you know what I mean? And like not dropping, I guess. I don't know. Like it seems to work well enough. So that, yeah, if it is at full battery, it doesn't really have the glitching issue as much. But yeah, like when I don't have my computer charged and we try to do these streams, like it's just been dreadful recently with the flickering screen and the glitchy games. And I just don't want you guys to have to deal with that. So, yeah, just trying to work around it, obviously, but I appreciate y'all for understanding, of course. And as you can see, it has been pretty good so far. We had like 3 flickers in the beginning of the stream, and then since then we haven't had 1. So, this is the team that I was using in the last live stream before the stream just like stopped working. And then I was like, alright, well. I actually think the team is pretty good. We do need to change which Zoroark we're using because I forgot that I put the wrong Zoroark on this team. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and thank you as usual. So the one thing I will say about this team is I think it's a little bit awkward into maybe like Sand is probably our worst matchup, So GLHF to this person. some solid damage. It's gonna be a little chip war. Yeah. Sucks a little, but I think I'm not that worried about it. Like, I think they'd rather click reflect or yeah, something like that than alright, we are gonna have a bit of a screen hiccup there. Some good damage. Dragon Balls. Oh no, you found it. Okay, So it does kind of become a question of who I should go after this turn. And there's a possibility that I could actually KO the Arch this turn. But I kind of think that I should go after Sableye. They're actually gonna withdraw the Sableye. I do not like that. Okay, but they will. This is scary. Oh god. Oh. Okay, so alright, cool. So, perfect time to set Tailwind back up. And then, I mean, kind of just go for this. Yeah, I mean, that's good damage, you have to admit that. Okay, smart. But that's kind of what I was hoping for, if we're being honest, so... Brain stops. Arch ends its encore. Bring Zorak back out. Okay, really gotta hope this KOs. Okay. And I do think that was the right play. Ooh, but you know what? I forgot that I can't take the rain from them. So I actually might have thrown. Because if they have Swampert in the back, I've kind of forgot that I can't beat it now. So we have to hope they have Pelipper. Kinda, like, Swampert. Yeah, so GG's, like, I think they played well. What can I do here? I mean, it feels like I have to try to just go for, like, this, right? It just shouldn't really have worked that well. Yeah, GG. Like, if we live that, it's... you know. But at least the laptop kept it together. Okay. So there's a possibility that I could have won if I brought out Charizard first. Because if I did that, I could try to use Charizard as bait to get that KO on the Sableye. And then I still have Grass Knot available for the Swampert. So, would have been dicey, but it really comes down to if Electros can beat Archaludon. So we got a pretty scary looking team here with After You, Eruption. I'm probably honestly just gonna lead Zoroark. Feels kinda solid. Zoroark lead. Zoroark lead. Sandshark is pretty good here. I feel like my Charizard is only so good, which is a little unfortunate. But I could say the same thing about Electros, though. You know what I mean? Like, Electros is only so good here. Charizard, it does quite a lot into certain things, so they will start that. Okay. So let's just click Tailwind Viper Voice. Good damage. Crits the Torkoal. Yeah, because I thought I had the other one. Cool. Alright, so I do think there's a good chance Moonblast does not get this KO. But something I can do here is I can encore them into that, because then they can't click Sleep Powder. Okay. Insane comes in, as they say. Protect. Do I even need it on the field anymore? Like, maybe I just... So no surprise there. I think here we can bring back in rooms. And maybe this turn... we can get away with this. So I do wish that I went for Dragon Claw instead of Rock Slide, but we'll see what happens. Come on! It's almost like I predicted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like I predicted it. Because I didn't need damage on Insane this turn, I needed all the damage on air attack. There's your lesson. There's your lesson. It's so stupid, because, like, you can literally feel it. Like, you're clicking it, and you're like, but this one's gonna miss. So, like, why would I click it? But maybe it won't miss. And then, oh, no, right. Because I knew it. But I still clicked it. You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off about it. Because, like, somehow if you want to win, you literally need to play optimal. You can't take risks. Like, I thought that taking the risk for a rock slide miss is worth it. No. Stupid. Idiot. Like, don't take the risk. Because of course they could have had wide guard too, right? We have... So I do think that Golden Go has been doing very little. But same with Charizard, honestly. Like, this really has not been a Charizard team. And there's reasons for that. I mean, Charizard really does not feel good versus Aerodactyl. You know, it's just kind of doesn't feel good versus Garchomp. Alright, we're gaming. Hyper Voice will do over 50% to both of them. Hopefully to be yeah, okay, it's a bulky. It's a bulky. Okay. So maybe I should have brought Charizard here. But we'll see what happens. I have to do this. Probably put Quick Sludge Bomb. I'll encore that too if I have to. We'll see what we can do here. I do think... Okay. So I probably misplayed. I did, yes. And we actually would have not KO'd Ginu there, so... They do land their Sleep Powder, which I'm fine with, because as we just saw, I will be faster than both of them. And I just need to waste this turn of sleep, kind of. Yeah, I mean, so it's unfortunate that we don't live that. It is nice that they go down to the tick, and that the sun should still be up this turn, so they kind of have to think wisely about what they're doing. But yeah, they're down. So. I won't be surprised if they just click like Sleep Powder, Wide Guard or something, you know what I mean? But I kind of need to just try to game, you know, like. Yeah. Yeah. So of course I don't love that, but I'm fine with taking my mandatory turn of sleep. Yeah. Wake up? No. That's probably GG's right there. Because they are guaranteed to have me wake up this turn, which means, well, I mean, if they have to have protect on Aerodactyl, right? Like, yeah, because you're gonna go for the wide guard. Don't love that. Don't love that. But do love. So let's think here. Their Tailwind goes for 2 turns, which means that it's pretty unlikely for me to win. Something I can do here. Well, not really. Something I can do here is so we need to hope for some variance here, kind of. No. No. GG's. I do think that my Charizard, I guess, was a little bit better here than my Electros. But I also think that Golden Go has not been doing anything, and I kind of pointed that out in the beginning, so. Let's try swapping Golden Go and see if we can see some success a little better. I did also build some other teams to try, so let's not count those teams out. We just have to... I mean, okay. So first off, let's just look at these teams and say, like, okay. This is semi-interesting. This is definitely some Ches. I don't quite know what I think of it. I actually think that Special Infernape might be better. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure those out, but let's do a little training. Alright, so Earthquake, Ice Shard. Protect. Pick that. Being oblivious and unaffected by Intimidate would actually be kind of nice, if we're being honest. And you can run Jolly. Yeah. The question is, does it really make a difference? But then the question is, like, does speed make a difference at all, right? Because we are running a Tailwind team. Let's just do this for now. We'll figure it out. So let's see, does it get Aura Sphere? Okay, gets Aura Sphere. That's what I wanted. So we got Fake Out, Aura Sphere, Overheat. I actually think we should probably just run Flamethrower or Heat Wave. Okay. So we can see how that goes. Iron Fists. Okay. What were the other ones? I think, yeah, the Galley. This is a hilarious set. Sacred Sword, Psycho Cut. Night Slash or Sword Stance, basically. Because it's not like I'm running like Imprison Trick Room, you know? So let's see, we can run Adamant. If we do that, we definitely want some speed. I get the feeling that we probably don't need max attack. So I will say that maybe we can do that. I don't know, we'll see. Then the last one we need to buy is like start 11. Yeah, it's Tinkaton. So we already pretty much have a fine spread, but we don't. Yeah, that's good. 16. Fake out. Gigaton boom. Play rough. Protect. Not be confused. And then on this team, we're actually gonna run Swagger Whimsicott because I like it. Just be a bit of a B-hole, a free hole. Did it lose it? We don't get Swagger anymore? I guess not. We can click Memento. We can go boom. Okay. That's fine. Let's just take a look. Oh, and we need to train Starmie as well. Because this is going to be a modest Starmie. With Ice Beam. Power Gem. We run Psyshock. I guess. We could also run Waterfall. I kind of feel like I'm starting to build this team as though it should have start evasion. That actually could be good, I'm gonna be honest, ignoring evasion. But I don't think we need it right now. I will say that if we were to forego modest nature for a speed boosted nature, we can guaranteed outspeed Garchomp. So there is that. Okay. So everything on the team has Protect. We could be running a Trick Room Whimsicott if I'm being honest. That could be kind of fun. But what do we do versus opposing Trick Room? Right? So let's just start Starmie Whims. I think is fine. Starmie Whims with like Mamo. Is Gallade the best last? Like, it kind of feels like it's not. I think we definitely need to be worried about the Basque, though. And our better answer to that than the Infernape is going to be that. I just don't know if Gallade can like stand up to certain things at all, so we certainly have the cheese. Yeah. Let's just click Tailwind. Power Gem. Very surprising that you would do it again. Right? That's insane. You'd just be gone. Like, that is just a terrible play, and it worked for them, obviously. But like, you know, like you would literally just be decimated off the field if I clicked Power Gem, which I didn't. So that's on me. Let's bring in Mamoswine. We really don't want Gallade to take damage, so I'll just click Tailwind and Rock Slide because I'm cool. That's not cool. Live it. Like, I'm gonna stress this. I literally could have destroyed your Charizard. Like, there is absolutely no reason that you should actually make that play. Unless you're like stream sniping or you're just that confident. Like, you know, you're just that confident. Like, you know what I'm saying? But obviously the margins are slim on that, and yeah, it just feels like I try to call a good play and then they don't make a good play, like, and then I lose. Like, that's basically what that was. So I mean, we can lead Infernape. I really don't think it's that amazing of a lead, but I do think it's pretty darn good. Starmie, pretty solid Pokemon. But then we pretty much have to bring Gallade over. Okay. I mean, this team is definitely not that good, probably, so, like, let's be honest. We're just kind of fooling around with what seems to be, like, not good teams today, so. At least it's only 11:30. So, like, they were just like, that's a good lead, and I was like, yeah, it's not bad, like, it's not bad. Alright, well, that sucks, but it is what it is. I think I had a pretty good line there because I can just kind of double target the Sinistcha and then I can encore them. So they really, like, have to play very carefully. Here I can lead Starmie Wims, I think. And then again, Gallade, I think, feels really awkward. It feels like it'd be nice to have something faster. And how much does Mamo really do? So I can definitely see this team not being good. I can see it. But, you know. But let's be honest, is that Hydrapple Trick Room team going to be better? Hydrapple Trick Room. Hydruple. Trick Room. Alright. So I forgot to start recording on the team preview. But we've got the Charlie Lizard here versus our Starmie. And I do think that there's a good chance they will be able to predict what I'm doing here. However, I don't know. Like, do you really expect Starmie to have a move for you? Because when you set up the sun, you're thinking like, okay, I set up the sun, like, blah, blah, blah. No. No. Okay. Oh my god. Starmie, could you maybe, like, could you know? Like, I kind of thought that was your moment. I'll say it. I kind of thought that was your moment. And I felt that. Felt that one coming. Missed your moment. It's fine. I was there. I saw the moment come and go. So this does suck, of course, because like clicking Moonblast is definitely a play. Like, you can definitely just click it again. But yeah, we'll click that one. We'll click Psycho Cut. Am I missing something? Am I missing something here or what? Like, inner focus? Inner focus? That's what you're gonna do? I mean, look, I get it. Nobody has more inner focus than me. I'm just saying. Like, it is technically good in this situation, but you know. You know. I think you know. So we'll get out of the rooms. And, oh, right, because they didn't know I have inner focus, so, like, because they don't face Mega Gallade very often, so can I blame them? I wouldn't have known. Crazy. It's almost like I could have called it. Whoa! It's so stupid. Like, literally terrible at this game. Literally terrible. It's fun. So basically, if I had just clicked Earthquake Protect, we would have been fine. And then the next turn, we can probably pretty freely click Earthquake Night Slash. So pretty dumb way to have it end, but we will be switching from this team pretty quick if it keeps going this way, of course. So, let's start this lead again. I do think Mamoswine is pretty good here. And, like, again, Gallade is not terrible. It's just, it really needs to stack up correctly into things. I gotta stop playing Zoroark so much. Okay. Tell me, did I have like something? Tell me I have something that kind of gets me out of this. Like, damn. So Kingambit is in range of a Sucker Punch now, which is pretty dope. And or I mean they were in range of Black is what I was trying to say, but now we need to be careful. Respectable damage. And safes. So they should know that I'm kind of doing this now. I honestly think my best play this turn might be this, because we do have the Tailwind. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Now at this range, I mean, we will probably live a Sucker Punch, but I don't feel very comfortable clicking it, if that makes sense. And let's see. So let's see. I do still think the best way to pin them is to split my damage. Okay. And of course the laptop freaks out there. Stop. Please, like. So, I don't really know if the crit mattered. I'll take the win, obviously. But we really only won because we got the tailwind. And they didn't, right? So I do want to kind of stop using this team because it's not been enjoyable. But like, am I really supposed to expect this team to be better? Like, so let's see, what can we do here? So we do need to take Golden Go off the team. Actually, wouldn't mind building like a Scolipede team. I think could be fun. So we build the Scolipede, Vanillux, we could run Palafinta. We could say, hey, hi, my Palafinta. I'm leaning towards Basculegion, but I do think that Palafinta is fun. So we can put Palafin on the team for like a second and then maybe play a match or two and then decide that Basculegion's better. I mean, we could use a grass Pokemon, like, of course. The Pokemon does, or the team doesn't have grass yet, so. Not really Torterra, so Scara. We do have Chestnut now, which is fun. More than anything, let's see, right now the team has Palafin for what? Like King Gambit, technically. And I don't know. I'm just trying to think what types I could use on this team. I kind of think that Hydreigon could be a good pick in a weird way. But I'm not very comfortable with Hydreigon. I have like a low skill comfortability with it. I don't know how to put it. I'm just not very good with it, I think, but we'll see. And then what? Legs. However, I do think maybe Meowscarada could be better. It's either Meowscarada or it's the Scarf Serena, right? But either way, let's see. Let's start determining our items first. So Scarf, either Sash or Light Clay. Or no, this needs Sash. Doesn't technically need Sash. Light Clay, Scalypedite, which I might not have yet. Leftovers, either citrus or like, I mean, like, okay, guys. Yeah. It's called a Scolopite. We'll see. We'll see how that is. So I do think that Poison Jab is pretty good. But it's basically, I would say, a toss-up. I would say it's a toss-up between Leech Life and Poison Jab. So Freeze Dry Blizzard. of Orville. If you're running that, feels like we might want Sash Vanillux. Alright, so we got Scalypedite, Freeze Dry Blizzard Protect Aurora Veil. Let's give Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, Protect. Where's Protect? The spread sucks. Focus Blast could be good, but more than likely will be pain. And we should just run Earth Power. Alright, so we got Palafin. Drain Punch, Chat Punch, Bulk Up, Protect. Low Kick, Send Headbutt, Triple Axle, Power Whip. Debatable set, I will be honest. I think U-Turn would definitely be nice. But we would have to drop like Zen Headbutt, you know what I mean? Which we really don't need, like, let's see. So where is it? Sorry, where is my Serena? We'll do that. And then I kind of do think we should do this. Guess I'm going the long way around. Dual Wing Beat. I do actually think that Taunt is pretty nice, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Let's Play with this trash team. Who knows? Could be good. I think if anything, the Palafin set feels awkward. And there's definitely reason to again say maybe we should just have Basque Legion. So... okay. So I mean we can start Talonflame. Talonflame with maybe like Serena. Palafinta in the back. And I don't hate Vanillux here actually, but it is definitely situational. I just kind of think that Blizzard could be good here when it comes to facing grass. Chestnut. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna U-turn here like right away. Throw chestnut in. That's fine with me. I can click tail. Ooh, well, actually, you know what? Let's just do a Wing Beach. And... so we don't love that, of course, but I will click Aurora Veil, and I will click Dual Wing Beat. Nice. Okay. So definitely happy with that. And perfectly fine with the Roar build. The Spirit Break did suck a little, you have to be honest. Surprisingly fast. Alright, so, I mean, we don't have, like, flip turn or anything here. But... they kind of just know that how you beating Palafinta at this point. You locked into Scarf. And yeah. So just kind of a grind that they can't outgrind would be a way to put it. But I did have to, switch back in, keep pressuring with Talonflame, etc. Hello? There you go. I'm sure they're thrilled to see another compatriot of the tail variety. Like, that's what's up. Feels like starting Scolipede here could be kind of dumb, but starting Scolipede in the back, I just don't know if it gets the speed boost on the switch in, and I don't think it does, which is the kind of bad thing about it. Because our boy Palafinta is only so much better than Hydreigon. Only so much better. But I do think that we could be starting Palafin, maybe. So let's just go for the Tailwind. And honestly, I might just like Power Whip the Raichu. You got this. Come on. We hit the Power Whip. Goodbye, Raichu. They go for Dire Claw. Get an understandable KO. Should I just not even power up my Palafinta? Because honestly, that might be the way to win this, is like, just, well, let's be honest, like, it's probably honest. So, let's just do a Wing Beat and switch out. Yeah, they match my Tailwind. To be expected. Glaceon comes out. Definitely a little scary, let's be honest. But I'm actually gonna say that Flare Blitz is better this turn. Well, is it? I mean, I actually do think it is. Yeah. So let's click Flare Blitz Protect. So I do need to check if Scolipede gets slower when it megas, because that would be crucial information. Scolipede Mega does get considerably slower. So let's Flare Blitz and let's Rock Slide. Alright, cool. So that is why you run Rock Slide, although maybe Poison Jab could have got that KO. Although I also think that they were in a pretty rough position, let's be honest. So, like, alright. Alright. Let's have ourselves a quick break here, and then we'll jump back into it. But feeling a little better with this team, although obviously we've kind of been facing cheese so far, so you really can't count it out. But it's a cool team, I do think. I think if anything, the Palafin... What is this? Oh. Okay, if anything, the Palafin feels like the set could be a little different, but yeah, I'll be right back. Alright. Blargeb. Blargeb. Freaking Blargeb over here. My guy Blargeb. Thought he was Blarn and Gab. Craziest thing you ever see. Craziest. I mean, at the same time, like, I could never. Makes you think, don't it? Makes you think. Makes you think about Blarn and Gab. I mean, I'll say it. Someone's gotta say it. Excuse me. We just be Blar and Gab. Like, I Blar, I Gab. Like, every now and then you do both. I'm just gonna say, like, every now and then I do a little bit of both. A little Blar and a little Gab. No one's the lesser. Maybe even bring in my boy Puffin. Rude. This is power center. Extreme rudeness on my man Paladin. So, I actually do think that means we should go for Auroravale bulk up, because there's really no chance that they just leave in Caliper here. Yeah. This is getting scary. They actually do. So, I would say that's probably best case scenario, because we set up the Auroravale, we get the bulk up moving, and the foul play does indeed hurt. But I wonder if we can do this. That's a good play. I said sometimes I Blar, sometimes I Gab. You know? Like, I think the opponent gets it. The opponent gets it well. So my hope here is kind of that, like, Tough Claw's Bullet Punch doesn't KO us. Oh, right. So, luckily there's that. But Now we're kind of in a rough position. There's a whole lot of Argent Dark sometimes. Okay, so one of the bad things here is that we do know they will be faster than us. So we actually have incentive to go for Jet Punch this turn. And switching to Serena. That's solid damage. That is an unfortunate way for this to go because potentially I could have actually done different targeting decisions, but they will actually double this one. So Palafin is living. I guess we bring in Vanillux. I'll be honest, I kinda think that this is still my best play. Come on. It's like I was right there, you know, like, literally so close to clicking the right buttons, and then I didn't. So here, excuse me. Here we can click Blizzard, Flurry Blitz, and know that it doesn't necessarily get us out of it, but it does do pretty well. They're actually going to withdraw Arch, which is a play for sure. That might lose them the game, unfortunately for them. Because we got some great damage with Blizzard and their Reflect. So, how am I thinking about this turn? They're actually going to forfeit. Interesting play, I will say that. The way that I'm thinking about it is I think I just go for Blizzard and Flare Blitz again because they can't fake out their way out of it realistically. But it is kind of scary, so like, yeah. We were just doing a little too much damage, but I do think that I made some misplays for sure. Like, it's not even that they were misplays, we were just like covering for things that ended up not working out. So let's see here. I mean, we can start Palafin and then bring Serena in the back with Scalpy. I actually think that Hydreigon doesn't look terrible in this one, but we're gonna have to play this a little carefully. Prepare for my next break while we're at it, but because I feel another one coming. Feel another one coming. So, like, this kind of sucks because I don't love switching in Serena here, but I do think it's my best play. At least they do that. Huh. That was an interesting sound. I wonder if there is a cat somewhere. Yes, that is looking. Okay. So taking out Ninetales is pretty big. Because it's just an integral part of their team, obviously. And I mean, we can bring in power from. A little trichinosis for you there. So, in that case, I think maybe let's bring Serena back out and just go for bulk up. Yeah. Like, that is to be expected, which is unfortunate. But I need to keep pressuring this Raichu. Which should be a Raichu Y again, so. We kind of have to go for power again. And I mean, I can't. I have to just accept it. Right? Shiny Raichu, nice. Gotta love it. And we hit the Power Whip. That's all we needed. But it actually does not KO. Okay. So we're gonna have to think here. Bring in Scalypede. My computer's starting to bug again, so sorry. Protect. Stops, speed raises. Go for Power Whip here. And I will go for this just to try to and we hit the Power Whip. Alright, so we're getting some good damage here, but no guarantees for sure. And they actually decide not to go for... Ooh, that's right. Did they just double accuracy lowering me? A little rude. But, yeah. So they're just running out of options at that point. Like, I can do a lot of switching shenanigans, which is going to amount to them having a difficult time in the game. So we've had 3 opponents forfeit. I think at least this guy was probably in a semi-decent position. I'm not going to say that, like, it was definitely a, like... What am I trying to say? I had very play-outable positions. I had more play-outable positions than they did. But they were definitely not outable. So I don't think they should have forfeited that prematurely. But GG's. Team's doing pretty good so far. And give me a sec. I'll be RB. Alright. Sauce? Hey man. Sauce? Not lost. Not lost on this person. You thought you were gonna... You thought you were gonna call the sauce lost? Come on. This feels pretty decent here. The one thing I will say about it is that Scolipede at least has a semi-decent matchup into... I don't know. But it looks like they are actually going to think about matching Tailwinds. They were saying, look, I get it. I get it. And I said, well, I get it. Like, you think I don't get it? Let's just... Nice. Brother. Okay. This is getting rough quickly, I would say. I'm gonna low kick the Ensign. Gonna low kick the Corviknight. Switch into okay. Okay. I think we might lose. Never mind. Hold on. Cause this is gonna do a good bit. I don't know if this will KO the core, but it will do a good bit. Yes! Oh. Righteous. Righteous. So we do have to kind of switch into Palafinta here, which I don't love. And I guess I'll go for Blizzard this turn. We might have wanted to go for Aurora Veil, but I don't know. It's good damage. go for Flare Blitz. Sash Vanillux. Okay. This can miss. No, GG. And they get a burn. So it was a good try on my part. Locking into the low kick over triple axle technically is what put me in this position, but we can just go for the -1. I mean, you get what I'm saying. We can just go for the jet punch. They have caution. So unless they have something that just like loses to a 1 health Vanillux in the back, like, we're probably not gonna win. It's not impossible. Don't count it out. Snow did just stop. Did we not get use out of anything in this? Not really. Serena didn't do like too much, but looking at this, there is technically ways that we can win this. It's not massive, but basically what we need to have happen here is we need a double protect followed by Blizzard crit or Blizzard freeze. Again, neither is impossible. Or shall we say both are possible. But you need one, and then the other, which you don't get, so geez. Alright. So I could tell that our Trick Room matchup was a little weak, so like I'm fine with that being our first loss. I think we were piloting it pretty well until we locked into the low kick, and then we didn't have the tools to stop them from setting up Trick Room. So yeah, that's just something I should have thought about, is maybe locking into triple axle instead of low kick. This is the scary parish rain team going around. I mean, we can start like Talonflame Serena, I guess, with Hydreigon, and is Vanillux my best last year? It's definitely not bad. So we actually have a pretty decent fair of options here, whatever you want to say. Nice. Okay, so we get the Vivian off the field. And then, unfortunately, that means we do send Serena back, while at the same time, having to bring in one of these, right? But I actually do kind of think this is probably the best way. Then comes Arch. That's fine. Let's just go for Tailwind. And okay, so this is going pretty well. Like, we're controlling the board state as well as we need to. That's a lot of damage. And if they take out my Talonflame, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much what I would like. So I am gonna bring in Vanillux here and go for Blizzard and Dark Pulse, which may look a little awkward. But it is a good play. Well, who knows? Yeah, because they're just gonna go for Ice Weather Ball. So this is where the decisions get rough. Because now we have Blizzard, but we have to lock into a move that can deal with everything it needs to deal with, and technically needs to be like this. So, it's not like over. We do still have some like ways that we can definitely get out of this. Okay, that's good damage. My tailwind is gone. I actually think that the amount of blizzard or snow we have should get us out of this. Yeah, because I'll do that. And then this should do enough. GG's. Yep. Alright, cool. Nice. So we we really figured that one out. That was nice. Oh, okay. This team has definitely been cooking a little, I'm gonna be honest. Like, we have not even really used Scolipede to its potential. I'd like to maybe try to get one more that does that, but I'm also starting to burn out for the night, so. Yeah, and then we get a trick room, so we'll see what we can do here. Like, Hydreigon, Serena is of course a pretty decent lead. Scolipede is awkward but not terrible, I guess I would say. And like, honestly, same with Palafin. Like, if we can get Palafin in the right position, it does okay. But I kind of think that Talonflame should be our last. I just think it has the best matchup if I really am in a bad position versus Mawile. So, very awkward for sure. I do think that this is one of our worst matchups, but they also have a cool team. So we will see. We do go for a Kang. We go Hydreigon Serena, which is almost like we planned it. Should I click each? Kind of, yes. VGC across running Maywow. They go for fake out, which doesn't work. But at least you click it. We bring in Town Flame. Go for Dark Pulse. It's good damage. And then, in that case, excuse me, we can kind of go for this, because I think it's just technically better. They do actually have the ability to click Last Resort, which is unfortunate for me. So let's go for Flare Blitz here. Attack. Because we don't want to get Sucker Punched. I could have technically also just switched. Yeah, see. So I actually could have switched the other slot. We'll take out Maywow, and then we'll see what they do here. Yeah. They make the right play, which I think is smart. And then they are running out of good Trick Room options for sure. So I will bring Serena back out. We'll see how this goes. They might have Colbert. No. So this might KO. No. Because it's a Farigiraf. Because it's a Farigiraf. Why would it? But that was really good damage. And I do think that they're kind of running out of options here. Cause yeah, what's the claw got to do? What's the claw got to do? I do think protecting Scalpede this turn is kind of a good idea. They do make the play that I was thinking they would make. No, no, no. How to watch yourself lose. No. Oh my god. Like, how am I supposed to feel like... I don't know, like, I guess I had to just not protect Scolipede, like, that's rough. Because I did have plays, right? Like, my plays were basically, I think I almost guarantee it if I just get rid of Farigiraf, go for Protect, Swords Dance, Protect. So, again, we're facing Trick Room, very annoying. Because they obviously have ways they can stop me from stopping it. So, we need Palafin here, unfortunately. And we could also kind of benefit from this. So I do actually think that Scolipede had the chance to shine in that last one, and we just didn't pull it off. So that's unfortunate, but that's on me. Yeah. I really just didn't expect Clawter to do that much, but I did expect the Dark Pulse. Jeez. So what's the problem here? The problem is that this play is obvious, but no matter what, we'll get rid of at least Typhlosions. I forgot that they would be faster than me. That sucks. Not well played on my part. Because we also do not have vanilla. Talonflame, Talonflame, Talonflame. I mean, Palafin. I wasn't not even chanting for the right one. Should we just quit now? Like, should we just quit now? Couldn't even chant for the one I meant to chant for. Like, burn. No. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much of a chance that they outrage that slot, and then even less of a chance that I get a burn, but... Burn. 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 Of course. Cause why? So, I mean, the thing is, like, what would you change about the team to make it better versus Trick Room, right? Because, like, we've faced 3 Trick Room teams in a row and lost versus them. And I think we definitely could have beat the second one. The third one, I don't know. Palafin definitely does feel like it's not really carrying its weight though. So, we'll see how this goes. Like, Palafin has been good, just very, like, niche, if that makes sense. So maybe a slight misplay there, because I let them match the Tailwind when maybe I didn't have to, but if they're gonna click Power Jam this turn, which is not guaranteed, of course, yeah, so it would have been the same thing either way. So now we just have Tailwinds match. Raptor's scary. We also, I guess, kind of should have brought out Hydreigon. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. Because I do feel like we have bad options at the moment. Why? That actually might have just OHKO'd them. Like, if you saw how much damage that did, which I did, that actually, like, 10%, the next one does, like, 35 maybe, and then the next one just knocks them out. Like, so very tragic. What did they click? Dual Wing Beat? Do I go for one turn of Rock Slide Dragon Pulse? That might be enough. Kinda doubt it. Kinda feels like I should have clicked. should have stopped while we were ahead so that we could feel like our bad team's good. Right. Like, because apparently that's what you're supposed to do. So Scalpy definitely has not done that much, but it still hasn't been bad. Blaziken could replace it, so that is something to be said. So let's see. What if we went... and just created a completely different team? Where's Bass? Where's my boy? That's funny. Last respect. Wave crash. Flip turn, aqua jet. In which case we would have citrus, scarf, sash, light clay, and okay. Click the wrong button. So it has been nice that the laptop has been cooperating. I will say that. But it is getting late now, so something to think about for sure. Alright, we got someone good. Using standard good stuff. Okay. So I don't hate just starting like these here with like these in the back. We'll have to see what happens. Because it's not really like an advantageous weather rule. I do think that we should tailwind this turn and darkness. So this turn I actually wouldn't mind something getting KO'd, but it probably won't happen. They'll probably just sleep powder. No, they actually... Okay, cool. So that's best case. Because now I can bring in Vanilluxe and pretty safely just click Dark Pulse Blizzard, and there's not much they can switch in on it. Has to be, yeah, Sylveon's the only thing. So in that case, let's see the damage. Could be a little more. This turn's gonna be risky. I think this might be my best play. Because I really need to not lose to Sylveon, but they do actually do that. So Freeze Dry does some decent damage. Then, I mean, we can go for it again. And I think the question definitely does become like, what's my best lock here? Is Last Respect this strong? You know, that's kind of the question, right? But we'll probably lose. So computer's rigging. We are losing. D comes out. It'd probably be in my benefit to like try to wait the sun, but yeah, I can't win. So GG. Like, what could I have done? Really, the only thing I could have done would have been to switch out Vanilluxe, right? Which, like, does not guarantee me anything in any way, shape, or form. But I don't remember. I'd have to, like, look back and see what turn would I have even been able to do that in. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess there was the turn where they protected and I doubled up the Sylveon. So, I don't know. Here we can start this. And... Like, is Blaziken just my best start? With, like, these two in the back? I know that Frostlass, or I mean Vanilluxe does look good here, but this is kind of gonna be my best. So, I mean, right now I can basically just go for Imprison and protect. Although I think it's probably better to just So they do go for the Brave Bird, which is very unfortunate. Go from prison. Can't go Trick Room. I do think we probably just bring out Bask here. And, start clicking things like this. What? Right, because they have Scarf. Alright, so that might lose me the game. Unfortunately. But it's probably better to have Hydreigon still alive, honestly. So while their Frigrap cannot do that much, we are able to take advantage of that position and get a Life Orb Earth Power and a Twin Beam onto the frail boy. Yeah. Alright. And that's pretty much all we need right there. Because we could actually that definitely changes things. And of course they have the cold. Why does Sylveon have to be so good? Like, did I have a chance at all to save my Basta Legion? You know what I mean? Like, is there any way I could have saved Basta Legion? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Dang. This sucks. I just need to pick a team and climb with it. Like, that's the problem. Pick a team, climb with it, stop using a bunch of random things. This is gonna be our last one though, no matter what, so. We love to see Empoleon. I don't know. Like, yes, I guess I could bring Vanillux. Doesn't really feel that good here. Definitely should have quit playing like an hour ago. So that doesn't surprise me. But we also know what a good player should do here, so. We'll see. Are you gonna protect? Like, because I swear to God, like, clicking those buttons when I have all these things in your face, like, so that is still, like, very considerable damage into Hydreigon. And we can probably just bring it. So I want to start getting these speed boosts, and I know that Blaziken is strong enough to get this KO. So I don't really see the problem of going for this. I do think Bullet Punch should come out here. We don't see it. Okay. So it's not over. We do need to be careful here, but we're maintaining the board enough. We have plenty of turns of Tailwind. We just need to be careful about Excadrill is the main thing. Empoleon Excadrill. So in that case, I might have to just do this. Yeah, because only one thing can have the sash. But we may have spelled our defeat with that play. And actually nothing has the sash. So I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I'd definitely be interested to know what has sash on that team. But GG's, you know. We've been doing a whole lot of losing today, but we'll end on a win, I guess. And I hope you guys enjoyed anyways, so thank you for tuning in and have a good one. It does kind of suck that we didn't get like a solid round of matches out of it, but we kind of did with the Vanillux team, so